So now we're looking for the directions. Okay, you remember we started this step number 1. We will need to find the direction of the electric field. So this time it's quite crucial. We're going to work one charge at a time. Did you see we have a B here? That's a field point which we're looking for the field direction at point B. For the moment, we are going to ignore Q2, Q3, and Q4. We're just looking for the contributions from Q1 alone. Let me write this down. Q1 carries a negative charge. My point B is over here. And as I told you before, you should not ask what kind of charge here locates. No, there's no charge. That's where the electric field is about. This is very different. If you have a Coulomb's law, you need to tell me whether this point has charge or how large a charge is. It positive or negative? So that's a different story. So here we have a source charge. We're looking for the field line, which direction the field line is going to be. Did you see we have a negative charge? So field line is supposed to go toward it. Go toward it. Go toward it. Go toward it. That's it. So if you stays here, field line should go that direction. So this is my Q1. So then, because this direction that you have is just opposite to my positive X direction, so therefore we can very comfortably write this down. My E1B is going to be along the negative X direction. So now we finished the contribution from Q1, the direction from Q1 at point B. Now let's ignore Q1, Q3, and Q4. Work out what about Q2 contribution is over here. Q2 situated over here and it carries a positive charge, and my B is still here, of course. Positive charge, of course, the field line goes away, goes away, goes away, goes away. If you stays here, the field line, of course, goes away from the source charge, which is go this direction. So then, again, you should write this down with good confidence, without any doubt whatsoever. My B field is going to be positive. Piece of paper actually works better than board. Board I have to erase a lot. But this time you can see now, we've figured out Q2. So we can do Q3. Q3 is over here. My point B is over here. So it's the same deal. Both are positive charge. Of course, direction has to be the same, because they're in the same location. Positive. We only have one guy remaining, Q4. Q4, this time B is over here. Q4 is over here. Remember, Q4 carries negative charge. So that's why I wrote down negative sign. That's Q4. Negative charge, the field line go toward it, go toward it, go toward it. Just like boom, boom, boom. All these directions go toward it. So in other words, go toward it. So therefore, for Q4, and you see its direction is positive. And this make a lot of students get confused. Dr. Zhang, why here we got a positive charge in the positive direction, but this negative charge also positive? I don't understand it. Well, it's not confusing at all, because this positive charge is on the left-hand side of the B. But this negative charge on the right-hand side of the B. Of course, you just sort of reverse twice, and it gave you a positive sign. So there's no confusion whatsoever. Now, if you look at this negative Q, it really opposite. Did you see here? This guy is opposite. But when you move the negative charge to the other side, of course, it becomes positive now, because the direction just reversed this way. So there's no confusion there. All right? You promise me I'm going to quiz you a lot. Quiz. Maybe in class quiz, give you some additional points. That would be great. Okay, once we survive this, and I'm going to move on to step number. Oh, sorry, I still, yeah, that's fine. Step number 2. So now we are going to insert these signs into equation. Which equation we are talking about? We're talking about this particular equation. So we're going to insert them. And please leave some space here. I'm going to write something. So B, now we can comfortably write them down. Did you see E when B is a negative? So we're going to just put them to E when B negative. This negative sign is just from this here. So these two, boom, from same place, okay? Negative sign. Next two charges all positive. It's not charge positive, it's a field positive. And this also positive. So what we did, we simplify the originally a vector form into a scalar form. So we can do the calculation very, very easily. So that's the first part, and we're going to find EB. Okay, we're going to find EB. How do we do that? Of course, we need to know how large this is. We need to know how large this is. We need to know how large it is. We need to know how large this, each one of these. It's going to be a little bit tedious, but it's all right. Almost same thing, repeating all the time. E1b, okay, take absolute value, R1b squared. And next, these two terms almost exactly the same. What I need to do, change 1 to 2, change 1 to 2, change 1 to 2, change 1 to 3, change 1 to 3, change 1 to 3, change 1 to 4, change 1 to 4, change 1 to 4. I'm talking about change 1 to 2, 1 to 2. So the rest of them stay the same. So let's do 1 as example. And you're going to be slightly, I hope not exhausted completely, but you just keep on working on it because you want to get A, right? So let's figure out Q1. Q1, we already did it. So this is essentially 2 times 4.2 times 10 to the 9. Okay, so I'm going to write this down. 2 times 4.2, 10 to negative 9. In the beginning, it's a negative sign because take absolute value, I get positive numbers. R1b, so you need to R1b, which is the distance between Q1 and B. And we already did it for the Q1A, so it's the same deal. B is located at 11 centimeter. I just want to show you. So here's a B, it's located at 11 centimeters, so that's 11 centimeter. So then you can simply do the calculation. The X1 is 1 centimeter, so this is 11, so just get 10. Convert to meters, and it should be 0.1 meter. Don't forget about the squared it. Common mistake. Forget square the distance. And this is the common mistake. Another common mistake. Forgot take should be square the absolute value. And you may wonder why we do not take the sign here. Well, the reason was that this sign, negative sign, or a positive sign, already taken care of over here with the direction. We do not need to do it twice. You already did it. And of course, you get a number. You get a number here. You get a number here. And you get a number here. So finally, and you're going to have expression like this, EB, and so you can find total EB, and you're going to plug this into this equation. So the final number, and you can check it, should be 17,075 0.0667. Don't forget about the units. So we found the results, and I will check each one of you whether you did it in class. So we found this number. Did you see we got a positive number here? Because this essentially is a component like you are in 105 class. Since this is a positive, so therefore we'll write this down. Positive x direction. I want to write a reason since this is a positive number. So, there's no if. So, the direction is along the positive x direction. To be a good student of mine, you box your answer like this and write them down. Yes, I did it. Sounds good? And this is quite complicated. You need to practice a lot. Talk to you later.